It was a cold, stormy night when 25-year-old Emily noticed something shifting among the discarded boxes of a dark, abandoned alley. Drenched by the heavy rain, she knelt down to find a tiny, shivering black puppy. He was sickly, covered in mud and small, mysterious scars. But as he opened his eyes, they gleamed with a strange, intelligent amber glow. Pity took over her fear. Emily wrapped the weak creature inside her beige trench coat and carried him through the rain-slicked, neon-lit city streets back to her apartment. Months passed, and the puppy grew at an unnatural speed. Soon he was a massive black dog with a coat as silky as the night sky. Emily adored him, but there was an unsettling aura around her new pet. While she would smile and pet him warmly in the quiet evening hours, the dog would often turn his gaze away from her, staring directly ahead with an eerie, hyper-intelligent expression that made the room feel cold. The subtle unease soon turned into a living nightmare. At midnight, the dog would sit motionless in the pitch-black hallway. His amber eyes shifted to a piercing, malevolent red. On the walls, his shadow didn't look like a dog at all. It stretched into a twisted, horned monstrosity. Wherever he walked, he no longer left paw prints. Instead, heavy, scorched hoof prints burned themselves into the floorboards. Tragedy struck the building shortly after. An elderly neighbor was mysteriously found dead after a horrific fall down the dark staircase, unaware that a massive shadow with crimson eyes had been watching her silently from the top floor. Soon the horrors invaded Emily's own sanctuary. She would wake up frozen in her bed, feeling the heavy gaze of the giant beast towering over her in the moonlight. One night, awakened by deep, echoing footsteps, she walked down her pitch-black hallway with nothing but a flickering candle. The darkness seemed to swallow the light, and the air grew thick with a supernatural dread. Suddenly, the illusion shattered. In the center of the living room, the dog began to violently transform. His muscles expanded, bones snapped and shifted unnaturally, and thick black smoke erupted from his body. Standing before her was no longer a pet, but a terrifying demon of dark fantasy, a towering beast with a muscular human torso, black stone-like skin, massive curved ram horns, and smoke-like wings that filled the room. As Emily stood frozen in sheer terror, the horned demon spoke to her, his voice a low, terrifying rumble echoing through the dark apartment. Before she could scream, hundreds of living black chains erupted from the wooden floor, wrapping tightly around her wrists, ankles, and waist, pinning her down as she desperately struggled. With a deafening crack, the apartment floor split wide open, revealing a gigantic, fiery abyss below. Lava rivers surged, and burning cliffs stretched into an endless underground darkness. The demon calmly lifted Emily into his arms, carrying her down into the volcanic underworld as the black chains trailed behind them. The next morning, the apartment was completely empty. Harsh sunlight streamed through the dusty windows, illuminating a silent, eerie space. Emily was gone. The only proof of her existence, and her doom, were the tiny black paw prints in the center of the room, leading in a perfect circle before mysteriously vanishing into nothingness.